What's up, y'all W1 fam? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Today, you already seen from the beginning of the title. So, I'm gonna talk about God of War. Look, I ain't doing no hour-long gameplay. Y'all probably already seen the whole game already. I ain't finna do that. I'm finna do something differently. So, you see my channel, I probably break down movies, TV shows, old kids, old cartoon shows. So, today, but I'm breaking down video gameplay. So, you see right here, you see Kratos, Thor, and Odin. And how this occurs, so basically, so I ain't gonna go through the whole gameplay. So basically how this happened. Odin got a wind of Kratos and Atreus. So he got wind of Atreus trying to look for, we all know it, we all know the scene from trailer, Tyr. So when Odin picked that up, he told Atreus that Tyr is dead. But as you see in the trailers and also everything else in the gameplay, you also see that Tyr is not dead. Now, that is someone linked between mythology and also the game. So we all know Santa Monica and God of War and the whole Norse mythology and Greek mythology. It's totally two different things. And Santa Monica does make their own thing. But I got to say, Santa Monica follows the source material to the T. And that will make the game so good and make the whole lore and everything behind it so amazing. And I got to say, this scene right here and other scenes I've seen so far in the gameplay kind of stick with the same T, but Santa Monica put their own spin on it, though. And I got to say, Tyr, what a load of this broken mind. Like, the first time I met Tyr, he was just broken-minded. Now, in Norse mythology, so I finna get put. So the only time we heard Tyr was this. It didn't describe him nothing, it didn't do nothing like that. It just told him he was playing with Fenrir, feeding him, and everything else. But that's not the case in this at all. So he pretty much broken-minded in the Santa Monica version, and Tyr is just out of there. And compared to Atreus and Tyr, they completely totally different. Obviously, you got one is a kid, a teenager, and then the other one is a man that been through, basically just through a dark path, deal with Odin bull crap and all that other stuff. So basically, what I'm trying to say is just, man, it's just this is just a whole lot of stuff going into it, and it's just a lot of stuff on that scene as well. But I ain't gonna keep on that scene. So I also got poems too. So I ain't trying to botch his name, but Castor, and I botched his name. So I don't know how to say his name, but his poems. Now I will describe his poems in a certain way. So I also describing the upcoming events. So let me go into that. Alright, so I only read two poems, so I'm gonna start reading it. Imagine, dear reader, if you so dare. Creatures of metal that scurry through the air, that swim through the seas, that bound across the land, but are brought to their knees by warrior hand. Her origin hidden, her hair red as blood, finding places forbidden, buried under the mud. But who is this young girl? Who is more than she simped? Who would rescue her people and slay these behemoths? Now, that right there is probably talking about Frey and how her people got basically slaughtered and everything. And she was, I ain't gonna spoil it, but y'all probably have seen the gameplay. So basically, it's basically about Frey, and it's just describing how Frey was the resistance leader. So it was a resistance against Odin already, but they didn't fully, they didn't kill him. They didn't complete it. And so that was that poem describing. Now it probably describing that whole So that's the beginning of before Kratos and all that was even there. And that's what I think is describing in this poem. Now I may be wrong. Some of y'all, somebody else may have a different opinion about it, but that's what I found out from this. And I will talk about the other poem. I cannot read this poem whole out because if I do, then I'll have to wait until it actually get at the end and it get to the end at the last part. So let me just tell. So basically, 9 warriors strong. I want to say that's basically the 9 realms, and then the branches in hand and swing. So I basically Yggdrasil, one of the branches. Probably later on in the game, you probably will go get the branches or something like that from Yggdrasil. And I met Reddit Tasker. So I'm at that part. So I'm past that part. So I'm in Elfheim right now. So, but also talk about 9 nights and 9 days. Probably how long um, Skull and Hati actually was, chasing the moon and the sun. It said 9 nights, 9 days. So that probably would talk about Skull and Hati. And fight Red Rest, running then raiding to prove themselves best. Probably talking about the warriors that probably getting tired of Odin to finally mercifully. So the last part I cannot read out because it take too long just to me actually read. So I just pre-recording this my voice over. So right now it's just the army's rots. My bad, y'all. And then one army triumphs. Okay, so basically it's showing like, alright, so the gameplay so far that I'm in, it showed that Asgard was the only realm that got defeated. The only realm. So far, there are business off of on these 2 poems. So far, the 2 poems describing the gameplay to us, basically. Now, somebody else may have an opinion about it. That's my opinion. So, these poems is actually showing us something that the gamer can read the lore and also play the game, and it's followed like the poems follow us through journeys and through different realms. So these poems just not in one realm, it's all over the place, and when you get all of them, you can actually read all of them. I'm pretty much sure everybody found them already. Somebody must have found all these poems already, cause cause the game been out and people just playing it, not enjoying the gameplay, but I'm enjoying the gameplay though. I don't know about everybody else, but they speeding through it, probably trying to beat the Valkyrie boss already. So I was like, man, I'm like, okay, no. So don't let me spoil the surprise for you. I was like, man, like it's almost like nowadays when people get a new game, they played it all out. They don't join the gameplay, not the lore. They don't do none of that. They do it afterwards, after the story done. And I was like, just do it when you're doing the gameplay, cause there ain't much that you gotta do when you actually finish the game and you go back through it. But that's how I look at it. But that's all I got for y'all for right now. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We y'all done one out.